yeah, absolutely could pull it off without my math degree. Use very little math. Use a lot of like elementary school math. Being comfortable with risk is very important. We tend not to have things like stop losses. I think those aren't necessarily a great risk management tool. I'm trying to think of a good example of a trade where I've lost a ton of money. Well, I don't know. I probably don't want to go into specifics too much with that. Yeah, well, absolutely.
That's awkward. What's up, babies? Welcome back to my crypto journey. Of course, my name is Roddy. Do me a favor before we even get started, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel if you like being here, and consider becoming a member. Now, obviously, the biggest news around the cryptocurrency world is drama, of course, in Caroline Ellison testifying, the key witness, the star key witness in the case against Sam Bankman-Fried and the collapse of FTX. Well, she is testifying and spilling all the beans. Ooh, it's getting juicy, but happy hump day. It's our favorite day here on the channel. But what's up with you guys? How you doing? How you doing? A decent amount of news today. Hemi, I don't think we're going to World War III. I think that the drama in Israel, I think that it's going to go back to how it was before. I don't know. They're invading Gaza right now or something like that. But I can't imagine that other countries are going to get too involved unless things get really out of control. So we'll see. But this could be a black swan event. Like I said, Bitcoin's been pretty strong over the last year after the collapse of FTX. Obviously, that's why it's relevant. And it hasn't really done much. It's dumped a little bit. It's pumped a little bit, but it's kind of been steady. But a lot of people are calling for some sort of black swan event, maybe a big economic downturn to maybe dip Bitcoin down to the $15,000 range, something like that, right? So the best, obviously, investing strategy, and I'm just a dumb YouTuber, but from smarter people than me, it's just a dollar cost average, because unless you're a seasoned trader that understands the market, you're not going to know what the heck to do when it comes to selling the tops and buying the bottoms and stuff like that. It's all, it's all about, it's all about just dollar cost averaging and not trying to time everything, unless that's what you do for a living. Now, I have an interesting video yesterday of two traders getting absolutely wrecked doing some futures. So let's check this out. Watch these two traders get absolutely wrecked.
Let's see. It's a nice little. Let's see the movie. Oh shit. Hold up. This area right here. Ooh. Hold up, wait. You need to wick out and go. Simple. Wick out. Come on. Exit is like no. Yeah, 150. Equity.
Watch these two. So just make sure you know what you're doing if you're going to be doing some leverage trading, some degenerate things. Now, obviously, that guy is I think he's a popular trader. He's a millionaire, so I'm sure that's nothing to him. But it's very interesting to see people get wrecked in this bear market when they don't know what they're doing. So for us normies in the space, unless you're gambling on some meme coins, it's better just a dollar cost average and buy your favorite cryptocurrency projects at a discount. What's up, Javi? How you doing? What's up, Jayhawk? Apparently, Obaid is banned. I don't know who banned Obaid. I need a link to his YouTube channel. So until I get that, I can't go to his channel. So Obaid, if you're there, we're rooting for you, bro. Sorry you're in the shadow realm. I'm gonna get you out of there here very, very soon. But let's get into the news real quick so we can know what's going on in the cryptocurrency world. Now, yesterday, obviously, Miss Caroline Ellison,
without my math degree,
walked into the trial on a sick one, ready to testify against Sam Bankman-Fried. And what's interesting about the situation is that, what really the jury's trying to, or excuse me, what the prosecution's trying to prove is that, she was pretty much being told what to do by Sam Bankman-Fried, right? That she had control over it, but pretty much he was advising her to do things. He's saying he isn't, but that turns out to be probably a lie. And this is her walking into the court yesterday. And obviously, there's no cameras inside the courtroom, so all we're able to get is just like pictures of what's been going on over there. And it looks like these this is pretty much the best work they could do. Now, I don't know what's a worse roast, this or everything else. So these pictures coming out of this trial are absolutely insane. This is pretty funny. It says, "OF, you're going to make me use customer funds." Obviously a very popular meme. And Elon Musk actually replied to it. So shout out to Tiffany Fong from getting a reply from Elon Musk. Now, one of the things that Caroline Ellison talked about was the fact that Sam Bankman-Fried thought he had a 5% chance of becoming president. Now, seeing that he's Biden's second largest donor, which no one else mentions, that could have been a possibility. Maybe Sam Bankman-Fried maybe could have had some help becoming the president. Can you imagine Sam Bankman-Fried becoming a president? Insane. Wait, this says the live starts in 39 minutes? No, that's not true. What's up, Brad? How you doing? No, did I accidentally schedule the live for a little later? No, it should be 8 a.m. Yeah, I don't know what's up with that. It should say 8 a.m. Yeah, you got to refresh. Yep. So that's interesting. So how about President Sam Bankman-Fried? But with all the scamming he does, he might fit just right in. So disgraced crypto executive Sam Bankman-Fried thought there was a 5% chance that he would become president. His ex-girlfriend testified Tuesday at his federal crime trial. Caroline Ellison, one of the government's star witnesses, said that at the start of the 31-year-old Bankman-Fried. Said she and the 31-year-old Bankman-Fried started sleeping together off and on in 2018 and dated in subsequent years. During the relationship, Ellison and Bankman-Fried would describe his business and politics ambitions. Ellison also testified she committed crimes with Bankman-Fried. She pleaded guilty and testified pursuant to a cooperation agreement with federal prosecutors in New York, who have accused him of, among other things, illegally using FTX customers and investing money to cover speculative investments by his privately controlled hedge fund Alameda Research. He said that FTX would be a good source of capital, and he set up the system that allowed Alameda to borrow from FTX, Ellison said. In the summer of 2021, Ellison became co-chief executive of Alameda Research, feeling, quote, not particularly equipped for the job, she testified Tuesday. Now, what's interesting is that if you hear her speak about the situation, she doesn't seem like she really knows what she's doing. She says, for big decisions, I would always ultimately defer to Sam because he owned the company and set her compensation. Bankman-Fried wanted to put some distance between himself and Alameda because some FTX customers expressed concerns that FTX and Alameda Research's relationship was too close. At the time, they were on a break. So they were on a break, which in dating, that's just a hall pass to cheat. From their dating relationship, which she resumed a few months later. The romantic relationship ended in 2022. Quote, she said this, I felt like he wasn't paying much attention to me or spending much time with me in the relationship. So does Sam Bankman-Fried, Andrew Tate, Caroline Ellison into this thing. So this is pretty interesting. As co-CEO, Ellison made an annual salary of $200,000 with bonuses twice a year, ranging from $100,000 to $20 million. That's a big range, right? She was never given any equity stake in Alameda despite asking for it, she said. Asked if SCF customers were told their money was being put into use, Ellison responded, not to my knowledge. So, obviously, this is pretty damning for Sam Bankman-Fried. And look, I think at the end of the day, he's going to get the book thrown at him. I can't imagine there's a way he gets out of this without getting a significant amount of time in jail. All right, so that's pretty much the update with the Sam Bankman-Fried situation. I'm still waiting for Tiffany Fong to make an update video about it. She's been able to get access to the trial. Obviously, no cameras or anything like that are allowed, but she's able to get access to what they've been saying in there. So I'm waiting for another breakdown. If you're not following Tiffany Fong, make sure you follow her because it's a very, very good follow, especially if you want to stay up to date with all this drama, which some people care about, but not a lot of people care about it. Now, obviously, the big thing going on in the world. What's up, Dylan? How you doing? The big thing going on in the world is the whole Israel, Hamas, Palestine drama. Now, I'm kind of torn on this one. We talked about it a little yesterday. Now, obviously, when it comes to cryptocurrency, it's going to be used for bad things, right? And obviously, the United States is going to label cryptocurrency and anything really they don't like as used by terrorists and drug dealers and bad people. Well, another hit piece comes out. Says that Hamas militants behind Israel attack raised millions in crypto. So they're claiming that these guys raised $90 million in cryptocurrency from 2021 till now. But remember, the Israeli police froze those accounts with the help of Binance. So decentralization. Do we freeze cryptocurrency accounts because we think that they're going to bad causes? You know, some people don't care, some people do care. I mean, what's your opinion on this? Do you think that just because, you know, bad people may be using crypto that their accounts should be frozen? I mean, it's weird that even in this crazy situation, the whole "not your keys, not your crypto" phrase applies to this, right? Very, very interesting. So the attack by Hamas on Israel territory over the weekend shocked the entire world and also raised the question, how did the group finance the entire operation? The answer is cryptocurrency. Yeah, of course. Citing Israeli government data and blockchain analytics report, my thing is, if their intelligence is so good, why didn't they see this attack coming? It's just a coordinated attack, you know? It should have took months to coordinate this attack. Hamas, Palestine Islamic Jihad, PIJ, and Hezbollah receive large sums of money through crypto. The government has frozen cryptocurrency accounts used to solicit such donations, the outlet further said in its report. So, crypto researcher Elliptic said PIJ received $93 million in crypto between August 2021 and June this year. Another firm, BitOK, said wallets linked to Hamas received about $41 million in a similar time period. Interesting. So more anti-crypto propaganda, or, you know, is cryptocurrency, you could say, going to bad use? Now, I mean, you know, when it comes to a new technology, like I mentioned before yesterday and every other day, a lot of people are going to use cryptocurrency or a new technology for bad things, right? What's up, Rawina? How you doing? So, I mean, you know, freezing crypto accounts that you may think are, you know, are being, you may think are bad, which I want to see the proof on that. You know, I want to see the proof. Now, Reuters made a report this morning, which is interesting. It says crypto token Ether, Ether is not a token, but it says crypto token Ether could rise fivefold by the end of 2026. And pretty much this report is saying that Ethereum could be $8,000 by the end of 2026. And a lot of people are thinking that that's a kind of a, it's kind of like playing Ethereum a little short here. We're thinking $10,000. I mean, what's your opinion? So here's the thing with Ethereum. A lot of people knock Ethereum for being slow and clunky, and you could say, expensive. But the truth is, other networks out there like Solana, Cardano don't have the same amount of volume that Ethereum gets. And although those are good investments, they don't have the same kind of business that Ethereum has. And with network outages that Solana has had in the past, maybe not recently, I mean, you have to think to yourself, well, yeah, it's slow and clunky, but it's reliable, and it handles the most volume in the space, right? It has a lot of scalability. So what's really going to be that Ethereum? You know, and stop calling Ethereum a token. That's weird. You know, very, very interesting on that part. But I think Ethereum has a chance to really dominate during the next bull run. Will it flip Bitcoin? I don't know. A lot of people say it will. I think that the cryptocurrency world is going to live and die on Bitcoin, in my opinion. I think Bitcoin is the premier cryptocurrency. Obviously, it's the first, and it's the most decentralized. And all the problems we have in cryptocurrency comes from a centralization issue, in my opinion. And that could be the same for Ethereum, because Ethereum is getting, you could say, FUD from JP Morgan, right? But what's interesting about JP Morgan and crypto, even though they flip-flop on whether or not they think that cryptocurrency is bullish or not. So check this out, top stories. JP Morgan has carried out its first live blockchain-based collateral settlement transaction involving BlackRock and Barclays, the U.S. banking giant said on Wednesday. JP Morgan's Ethereum-based Onyx blockchain and the bank's tokenized collateral network, TCN, was used by BlackRock to tokenize shares in one of its money market funds. The tokens were then transferred to Barclays PLC for collateral in the OTC, over-the-counter derivatives trade. The tokenization of traditional finance asset is a big deal for banks, and it's an area JP Morgan has been leading the charge with, now joined by the likes of Citi and others. So still, you know, all this flood towards cryptocurrency, but we do see glimmers of mass adoption here, because if big, you know, companies and corporations, and especially banks, can figure out a way to profit or make their business or profit on cryptocurrency or make their everyday business lives easier, well, then, I mean, they're going to use it. It's like the internet, right? Back in the day, you know, everything was kept, you know, in the office, like hard copies. Well, now you can just store all your data on the internet. It makes everything easier. Yeah, it's susceptible to hacks and stuff like that. But I mean, once they figure out how to make the internet useful in their business model, well, then that's when everything kind of took off. It's all about big corporations being able to use cryptocurrency or blockchain technology in some sort of way. And we do see that happening. Very, very interesting, right? Very, very interesting. There's some Coinbase news about I guess another hurdle for them to get over when it comes to their fight against the SEC. But I mean, it is what it is. I think that the SEC is going to fight cryptocurrency tooth and nail until there's someone else in there that maybe thinks this could be a waste of time. I do think that the SEC is doing some good when it comes to getting rid of some of these cryptocurrency scammers in the space. But I do think that a lot of their resources are going towards projects that are actually decent, right? When it comes to Coinbase, XRP, and Binance and stuff like that. I mean, do I think that these corporations are innocent? No, but are they any worse than any of the corporations we have out there that already, control everything and making all the money? Probably not, right? Probably not. What's up, Darth Diablo? How you doing? Javi says a $10,000 to $15,000 ETH could be a thing. Could be a thing. Now let's take a little trip down memory lane, and it looks like Saitama is starting another shitcoin, which is interesting. Very, very interesting. So obviously Saitama and the developers, the old developers for Saitama are gone now, you could say. The only one that's, part of the Saitama core developer team now is MK. But now Saitama, Russ Armand is supporting and is now the co-founder of another token called Vision Token, which is spearheaded by Michael Thompson, the fake basketball player guy and stuff like that everybody thought was a basketball player, but really wasn't. Everybody thought he was a dev of the team, but really wasn't, I guess. And it's called Vision Token. So another cryptocurrency project that is literally a waste of time. It says this is going to be the first watch to earn platform for the people. The first watch to earn. Watch to earn. Watch to earn. Right? But they're using the same tactic. So you would join VZZN or buy the token, you watch their content, and you earn rewards. That's it. Using the same kind of buzzwords and stuff like that they used during the last bull run. And it looks like they're telling people that eventually it's going to be integrated and they'll be able to watch channels like Netflix and the Big Three and Club Shay Shay, which is a popular podcast. It's just crazy to me that the same tactics. Now, I think what's happening is that Russell Armand and maybe some other people that moved on from Saitama are looking for the next bag. And I do think that they think that the next bull run is upon us, which it could be next year. It could be the start. It could be 2025. A lot of people are saying 2025. And this would be a way to make another meme coin and do something like Saitama did. Promise everyone the world. The project fizzles out. They make money and on to the next one, right? It seems like a pretty good strategy or plan. If I'm honest, it does, right? But remember, this same guy, Michael Thompson, right, launched another token called Beyond Sports Media Token, which was supposed to be another podcast, cryptocurrency, that you could invest in and make money. Now, this thing absolutely rugged. And Saitama devs got in early on the project and made a bag when they said they stealth launched it or whatever. And Saitama Guru has come out in support for Michael Thompson before. Now, I don't know what happened with this project. What happened to it? Did it just rug? Did they just get it? It was literally live for like a month and then it just rugged. Very, very interesting. But at the time, I remember that some of the other Saitama devs weren't happy with this move. They didn't like the fact that Saitama Guru and others of the Saitama community were shilling another token that wasn't related to Saitama, getting the Wolfpack or their community to buy into a new cryptocurrency. So I wonder what MK, the new chief or CEO of Saitama, thinks about this situation. Does he like the fact that old Saitama devs are promoting another project using the Wolfpack, the community, the only reason why they follow these guys, to pump and dump another cryptocurrency project? I wonder. Or is he going to be mad about that? Because to me, it's like, what are you doing here? Another one? And the truth is, like, when you look at these comments about the situation, Russ made it so only people he can follow can reply to the comment section, which when people do this, right? When people do this, they don't want to hear any backlash, right? And they know that the only people they follow are going to say positive things. Right. So this guy, Michael Thompson, again, making another scam rug pull, in my opinion. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. But if history, if past event forms current trends, well, this is going to be another rug pull. So another one, literally. These guys can't get enough of the rug pulling, pump and dumping cryptocurrency project, which to me it's amazing. It's amazing that they could do this and people are still going to buy into it, but it is what it is. So interesting stat here. So check this out. U.S. debt rose by $1.2 billion per hour for the past 19 days. What's interesting about our debt is that we don't really have to pay it back. We pay that debt back through like taxes and bonds and other things like that. But what happens when the United States is not the world superpower anymore? If that ever happens, right? What happens? When do we have to pay back all that debt? And then when we have to pay back all that debt and we have to print more money, right? Or whatever, what happens to our currency? Well, it becomes worthless. Remember, hyperinflation is the destroyer of all great nations. And that's why I'm bullish on Big Daddy Bitcoin. Now, I didn't do the market update today. We'll do one right now. So Ethereum, another popular shitcoin, is dumping massively today. Neutron and XRP, those are our trending cryptos. Cryptocurrency market hasn't really done anything. It's gone down like about 1% on the day, but kind of dirtling, trading sideways. Our top gainers for the day are Maker. We have Frax and eCash. Not familiar with any of these cryptos. And our top losers are IOTA, Tezos, and Immutable X. Now, what's interesting about Tezos and Immutable X is that they're kind of like the blockchain gaming currencies. And that Tezos had a nice pump yesterday, but obviously retracing from the nice little pump they had yesterday. So if you're a Tezos person, XTZ investor, I'm sorry, you got absolutely wrecked. And I actually like Immutable X. I think it's a good cryptocurrency project. It makes like trading, and it's layer 2, right? It makes like trading NFTs and stuff like that in said cryptocurrency project or crypto gaming project cheaper for the community. That's pretty much all the news. Not too much cryptocurrency news today. It's been pretty dry for crypto news. And if you guys are not subscribed to my other channel, which is a reaction channel, it's in the description down below. And what's crazy to me is like literally like cryptocurrency is so boring. But when I make a short on my other channel, it absolutely sends. It makes me so mad. So I made a short yesterday. It's got 10. You know you have to do for 10,000 views on my channel for cryptocurrency? You know you have to do? It's crazy. So if you're not subscribed to my other channel, come check it out. I'll be posting a little more in there. I took a little break from posting because cryptocurrency news was popping, but it has died off a little bit. There's nothing really to talk about. So subscribe to that channel if you like some actual YouTube drama and stuff like that. And I think I may have my first 200,000 view video over there. We're getting really close. We're at 185K or something like that. 185K over on my other channel, which is kind of crazy. You have to talk too much. Yes, Rowena, that is part of delivering the news since there's no one else here. Yeah, but crypto is boring, literally super boring. But Ben Armstrong is doing a boxing match, which I thought was funny. It looks like him and Jay Chains are training for a boxing match. I don't know who they're going to box, but apparently Cryptos R Us is hosting it with Karate Combat. I don't know. So celebrity boxing matches are big, even in crypto, and I'll watch this. Ben Armstrong and Jay Chains were training yesterday for some boxing match, and I said that no hamburger is safe because it looks like they're about to go hamburger hunting. So that'll be pretty interesting. But Jay Chains has a good attitude about it. You know, he says, I effing love cheeseburgers, bro. So that's pretty funny. So I wonder who they're going to box. It's going to be very, very interesting. You know, very, very interesting. Yeah, cryptocurrency will be dead for a while. I would bring on Jayhawk, but last time we brought on Jayhawk, he got a little scared. He got a little stage fright. So what's up with you guys? How are you guys doing? So Samuel Eno says Jake Paul is trying to fight Canelo. Yeah, I mean, that's a big paycheck, but I don't think he wants to fight Canelo. Like, the thing about like boxing is and striking is that anyone has a puncher's chance, but Canelo, crazy. Hemi Life says, why not talk about what's going on in USA, New York? Just had a riot, people coming out saying there's been so many riots around the world. And to be honest, like X is filled with a lot of like stories that are true. Some of them are not. I don't know. The mainstream media, bro, you gotta be careful with that. Mainstream media is full of disinformation. Online is no one knows what the hell is going on. It's so hard to cover stories. I don't know what's true. Like a lot of people are saying there's been videos faked from Israel and videos faked from Hamas. It's all propaganda. Remember, when the war is happening, the fog of war is a real thing, which means we're not going to get the true story of what's going on until well after the dust has settled. And right now we're in that weird spot where it's literally engagement farming when it comes to covering the Hamas and Israel situation. Like, I don't know what to believe. Right? The best thing you could do is study a little bit of the history about it. And if you guys want a good channel to do that, they're called Warographics. A lot of people were mad because I posted a video on about Vox, but like, I mean, I don't know what you want. So this is Warographics. It has this guy. He has like 10 YouTube channels with really good information, and he made a video about the situation. Right? It says Israel at war, the crisis the world didn't see coming. So I would check that out. Jayhawk got stage fright last time. Or the immigrants coming to America are joining the military. Well, I wouldn't doubt that. So we do have a border crisis, which is interesting that Joe Biden wants to beef up our borders, but everyone freaked out when Trump did it. So that is true. No one really cares about that. And I wouldn't be surprised. I think the United States is having an issue recruiting people right now because no one wants to fight in any wars that no one cares about. And I could see that happening, Hemi Life. Armand says, put all the currencies together, do the math. The average currency lasts about 110 years. How old is the U.S.? Yeah, exactly. Matt B says, pineapples do not belong on pizza. That is a lie. Pineapples for sure belong on pizza. Rodney needs to bring out the loss prevention token, bridging the gap between shoplifters and Web3, decentralized crime. I know, bro. Literally, they're trying to put everything on the blockchain. Not everything needs to be on the blockchain. You don't need a token that pays you for watching things, and those pay to earn things are the amount of crypto you get from them is so small, it's ridiculous. The only real play to earn game that people made money from or anything was like Axie Infinity. DGen boxing match when me and Edgar come to see you. Dude, I'm down. You want to box? I'm down. I'm for sure down. Religiously, Israel is going to win. I mean, who knows, right? A friend got her Instagram hacked and they actually called me on video with AI to ask for money. Ain't that something? Yeah, the AI is getting crazy these days. AI is getting nuts, like so good. Like they have influencers or just like celebrities, you could say, who are doing this thing where they have like chat bots where they could chat with their community, but it's not really them. Only 20 miles of wall. Yeah, I don't know. Walls also keep people closed in. I'm not a fan of walls, but well, here's the thing. You have to understand that countries are just not the same. Like people don't mess with each other for a reason, right? And cultures and religions are different. That's why some people don't need to be integrated with others. That's fine, right? The United States is already a melting pot for diversity. People say like African American, Mexican American, but like white American's a thing, like Danish American or English American or Italian American, but no one ever says it like that. Like the United States is a melting pot, but I do think that you should go through the right channels to get to the United States when it comes to citizenship, Yeah, I'll smoke both of you. What's up? What's Saitama's new scan? It's this new Vision token that they're promoting. It's called Vision. I'm blocked on his actual one, but it's called Vision. But it's not exactly Saitama's, but old Saitama devs. I mean, they even had a little Saitama squap right here are promoting it. So Pacific Shirt says, Fudney lost my confidence in crypto, but back for the updates. Yeah, a lot of people have. It's a bear market, but the truth is, guys, it's like right now is the time where you should be accumulating your favorite cryptos, the ones that you believe in, whatever they are. If you do the research, you've listened to the right information, accumulate it. If you believe in cryptocurrency, this is the time. Because the truth is, when the hype kicks back in, which it does every 4 years, people are going to want to buy Bitcoin when it's hitting its new all-time high, which is obviously at the time you should take profits. One Hit Aquita says, I agree with you about the cultures, not all mixed, but there has been a better way other than the wall. That's all I'm saying, homie. Yeah, but it's like, then what? What's another way? What's another way from people to stop entering countries illegally or to separate cultures? Like, obviously, Israel has a fundamental difference in beliefs than like the rest of the Middle East, so thank God they have borders or this would be worse, right? Rodney, look at the video I posted on X. Does it have any fighting in it? Because YouTube's weird about that. Hemi Life says, did you see that China threatened America and sending more tanks and troops to the border and what happened in New York yesterday? Yeah, people are saying that right now is an opportune time to kind of do like other powers to do what they want to do, since the United States is focused on Ukraine and Russia, which now the focus is obviously shifted from that war to Israel and Palestine. I could see that. But we'll see, Hemi Life. Until there's an actual war happening, I'll reserve my my opinions on that, because who knows, right? Did you tag Edgar? Can you tag me in it again? Let me see, Edgar. Let me see, I reposted one of your tweets. Hold on. I'm trying to find it. I don't see it. I'm looking on your page. I don't see it. It makes it easier to get into America. Yeah, no borders make it easier to get into America. I just go to any country, right? I know the United States just kind of flies to any country they want. You know, I do think the American dream and the appeal of America is eroding slowly but surely. You know, not everyone sees this place as the land of opportunity. But looking good, Rodney. SBF. What's up, Ryan H? How you doing? Yeah, SBF said he had a 5% chance to become president. Yeah. Nobody saw Russia until bam, it happened. Exactly, Hemi Life. So let's just let it happen first. So if the United States goes to war with China, I mean, that's obviously World War III, right? I mean, it's already there, right? Iran backs Palestine, United States backs Israel. Obviously, we back Ukraine. Russia backs Russia. Although there's rumors on how like happy China is with Russia's moves. Apparently, I've been hearing from different news sources that China's not even happy with what Russia is doing. Shut up, Bernie. Yeah, I mean, who knows? You know, I mean, the world's kind of in a weird spot right now. But if you believe in cryptocurrency, I mean, I think the safest play is obviously Bitcoin. I know it's boring and no one really likes it. Kind of clunky, but it represents true freedom from tyranny, in my opinion. Look at this. Look at this drop. Obviously, it's just a 1-day chart, but still down 2% on the week. Last month, Bitcoin's up 6% though, so not bad. And up 40% on the year. Isn't that crazy? Bitcoin's up 40% on the year. You going to bring Austin on one day? That would be a great episode of MCJ. I wish Austin would come back. Rodney putting that uniform back on? Absolutely not. Hell nah. Hey, I mean, if it's World War III, then yeah. I mean, if it's World War III, you're obviously fighting for more than just, you know, it's like an actual just war, you could say. Right? It's not some proxy war that no one cares about, that we're over there for natural resources or some shit. You know? What's crazy is that we give all these money to these rebel groups. We arm them with weapons and funds when they're fighting against people we don't like. But when it comes time for us to go fight them, they have our weapons used against us. That's pretty interesting. Yeah, we should have another stream where we get Jayhawk on here. Yeah, the truth is, guys, the interest in cryptocurrency is so low right now. And you can see that, like, engagement and numbers, like, everywhere. But, like, the point is, like, if you believe in it, just stick to the plan, right? If you believe in it, stick to the plan. Stick to the plan. Keep grinding. You tagged me in it now? Let me see. Oh, yeah. I seen this one. So check this out. So guy confronts...
Have a nice night. How you doing? What you doing, man?
We call that a nice little push out here. It's cool that when because civilians can do what they, or regular citizens can do what they want, but like employees have certain rules they have to follow.
Maybe we should just leave that stuff.
Here, let me hit the rest of them real quick because this is interesting. I like me some shoplifter videos. You know what's funny is that every time, like, I absolutely not, Rowena, absolutely not. Every time I go to like a store, I do look for shoplifters.
Cops on there, by the way.
This is hilarious.
Just leave it, all right?
Maybe mind your business.
Leave it.
Got him.
Good job, dude.
Good, got him.
Hey,
Yep.
buddy.
This is an interesting one. I like this one.
I suggest you leave that right now. Leave it.
Is this Home Depot?
Let it go right now. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go.
Jeez, got him. Got him.
Have a wonderful day, man. Thanks for shopping at Lowe's. That shit down right now. Hey. Hey.
If this is an employee, he's going to get canned, but I don't think this is an employee.
What are you doing there, buddy? That didn't happen.
What are you? Some kind of monk?
What are you? Some kind of thief?
Got him.
Have a good day.
You got to be careful because some of these people have weapons on them, right? Bernie says, have I ever shoplifted? Now, funny story. I actually used to steal a lot when I was a little kid. It's like candy in here, but it turned to like a lot of bigger things. I actually got caught stealing at Target when I was 13. Stealing Blink-182 CDs, Linkin Park CDs, and like candy or some shit. And I got caught with my foster brother at the time. That was the first Target I ever worked at doing loss prevention. Isn't that crazy? I mean, a lot of little kids steal things, you know what I mean? But what happens is it's good if you get caught early because it teaches you, like, there are consequences. And let me tell you something. There were a lot of consequences for me. My foster parents got called. I was, like, grounded forever, right? And I actually found my old file that I used to, when I stole, I actually found my old file when I worked at that Target for the first time. So I actually got caught stealing at a Target that I worked at. So, yeah, Blink-182 CDs. Yes. But you do have to be careful. I've had a gun pulled out of me. I've had knives pulled out of me. I've had death threats and stuff like that. Nothing ever happened, but I've had a knife swung like at my throat. Crazy.
Where you going, Hot Rod?
Got him.
Where you going with this stuff?
Got him.
Fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here.
Got him.
Go ahead, come on. Just leave, dude.
Put me on fucking Facebook again. I'll fucking smack your fucking
Go ahead,
face.
come on. You go to jail. You like jail, don't you?
No, I don't like that.
Got him.
Just leave, dude.
Then get your fucking camera off my face. Hey, how you doing?
What you doing, man? Really, dude?
Does this guy just go around like stopping people shoplifting? That's pretty epic. I like this.
You gonna take a whole cart? What? Why don't you take something out of there and just get out of here? Take that, get out of here. And your drink. Take this and go.
Stay at home.
Got him.
Yeah. What's up?
What are you doing?
Nothing.
What the fuck's that?
I paid for that.
Oh, you did, huh?
Go ask him.
I just did. He said he walked out.
No, I didn't, bro.
No, I didn't, bro.
No, I didn't, bro.
Yeah, you did, bro.
No, I didn't.
Nice. I love this guy. I don't know who this guy is, but I love this guy. Because the truth is, I remember back in the day when I used to do loss prevention, like a lot of people would, they would help us out, even though they're not supposed to help us out. Sometimes it is nice. Like I had a guy walk out with a cart full of stuff, and he was like at a point where I could, because you can't go into. Well, some people are not supposed to go into the street. Like you can't go into the street. You can't chase them in the parking lot, but some of these guys would. I love it. Look at him. He gone. Got her.
No, let's not do this, all right?
Okay,
Let's not do this.
give me my purse.
Let's not do this.
Got him. Got him. So this guy might be going around to like a lot of, because this looks like a different store. So it looks like this guy is like going around to all these stores and doing this himself, which I think is fantastic. Like this is good content. Maybe I should do that. Maybe I should just walk around to random retailers and look for shoplifters. Because I every time I'm shopping, I do anyways. Yes, he's a local hero. Protect that man at all costs.
Check it out. Nice recovery.
Oh, this is that's Marshall's.
Drop that out of your coat right now. Take it out of your coat. Really, dude?
Some people are cool if you tell them like to take it out. Like I've stopped a lot of people. It's like, hey man, just keep my shit back, and they'll just give it to you and they'll leave.
Seriously.
That's what you took.
I need to eat.
What else you got? If it's food,
It is. It's all food, I promise.
is that all you got? Food.
Yes.
And there's another argument for food. Like a lot of people, say like, oh, they're just stealing food. But it's like, yeah, they're just stealing food. But what happens if they come in every day and steal $3 worth of food? Like obviously that ends up being $1,000 at the end, or more than $1,000 at the end of the year. Like where's the bottom line for this? Like retailers, like people think that it's not coming out of anyone's pocket because they're stealing from a big corporation. But you have to understand one thing. Like these big corporations, like everything's about the bottom line, like how much profit to loss. And this is shortage. And when their profit goes down because of the theft, well, employees get less hours and they get paid less. They have less payroll to spend. So the more profitable a company is, the more employees they can hire and the more jobs they can give to people. So this does affect people on a bigger scale, just not what people think. Right? I do feel bad for people stealing food, but it does come out of somebody's pocket somewhere.
No. If it's food, get out of here. If that's all you got?
Seriously, I'll show you all of it. Food.
Why didn't you use your food stamps?
I haven't gone to go get it. I just want to do a divorce to my wife.
Sorry, I don't hear the excuse. Have a good night.
Oh, got him. He's running.
Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here.
I love this.
Welcome to Hollywood, bitch.
This guy's crazy, man. Some of these people are crazy. Now, unfortunately, some employees at some of these retail companies, they can't do anything about it. Like they can't grab people. They can't snatch people up. They can't throw them to the ground. Like a lot of these companies are hands off, because what happens is, say if I'm an employee and I work out company A and somebody walks out with a cart of stuff, right? Company A's policies are, well, you can't touch the person. All you could do is try to get it back. And let me tell you something. If you work in a high risk area, and the high risk area is determined off the income level of the surrounding neighborhoods, like a ghetto ass place, which that's most of the places I worked in because I grew up there. Like no one's going to stop for you. They're going to keep their shit and they're going to keep going, right? People are going to keep their merchandise and keep walking away. Some companies, company B, let you go hands-on. But what happens is sometimes when you go hands-on, you may hurt a person in the process and they can sue the company. And if they sue the company, that counts as shortage. For example, if a guy walks out with a TV that's worth $1,000 and I stop him, we get into a little scuffle, I throw him, he hits his head on the pavement, he bleeds, and he sues the company for $100,000. Well, now the company's out of $100,000 and that counts as shortage. So it's tough. It's tough because the United States, you can sue for anything. I've been to court for there was a guy who would come in and steal trading cards. Like he would do it all the time. He would steal like $60 worth of trading cards every time and sell them to like a card shop, right? We call that boosting. He was probably directed by some of these shop owners to go to a big box retailer and steal some cards to resell them, because that's what they do. And I remember I was talking, because in Oregon's a little different. This is in Oregon. And I was talking to like the jury and they were like, why are you wrestling this guy to the ground? Like, why are you putting handcuffs on this guy? I'm like, well, he's stealing. And they're like, well, it's just baseball cards. I'm like, you guys don't understand. And people are so like, they're so anti big corporation, which I get it. Me too, to some point, but they're so anti like employee that they're like, oh, this guy's just stealing. He's just a poor guy stealing trading cards. Why'd you have to take him to the ground? And why'd you have to wrestle him? Because I took this guy to the ground. I was on top of him. And he's like, oh, I can't breathe. You know, like always play the victim and shit. So it's tough. It's tough. When you're working for these companies. So the companies almost see it as, well, it's better to lose the merchandise than to get sued and be on the news. Because I've had so many times where I've stopped like a black person and they always throw the race card at me. Oh, you're stopping me because I'm black. Like they're literally telling me I'm racist for stopping them, when at the end of the day, it's like, no, I'm stopping you because you're stealing, not because you're black. You're a black person stealing. But if people see that, they record it, they put it on YouTube, well, then now said company looks like racist because that's the environment we live in, right? It's just the environment. Everyone's so sensitive. I mean, there's people like us that understand that, well, stealing affects more than just the company. It affects the employees. You know what I mean? But it's like, what do you do? What do you let people just steal stuff? Well, then if you let people steal stuff, well, then what? Then people know your store for stealing. So they come steal your shit. And now your shortage is insane, right? The companies lose a lot of money through missing merchandise. And most of it is operational. So there's three types of shortage. There's internal shortage, there's operational shortage, and there's external shortage. External, obviously, anyone coming into the building stealing stuff. Operational is employees. Say we receive 10 TVs, right, from the distribution center. And the the employees only scan 5 of those TVs into our system. Well, now we have 5 TVs missing, even though we have all 10, or maybe they go missing on the truck or something like that. Shit happens like that all the time. Most of the shortage come from operational. And then internal theft is when employees steal shit, which is good cases. Because when employees steal shit, they're usually stealing for a long amount of time. It's like bag of chips here, an iPod there, like stuff like that, you know? What's up, Echoes? I used to tackle a lot of people for not for Target, but that wasn't authorized. But here's the thing about Target. Like, in any company, they don't care about you doing dirty work until it becomes a big story. You can be an employee that works for these companies that catches so many people. But one day, if you go out and you cause a scene and someone records you and you're not using their approved moves, they're going to fire you. They're going to get rid. They're going to drop you like a bad habit, baby, because that's how these companies operate, right? When I was in San Diego, I was the leading person for 2 years in my district in San Diego for getting shoplifters. I beat everybody, every other Target store, the Target store I was working at, I beat everybody else in the district when it came to apprehending shoplifters because I did the dirty work. And yes, the corporation said we had to do things one way, but the managers in charge let us do whatever as long as we got the merchandise back, right? As long as we got the merchandise back. Like because I worked at Walmart for about a year. When I used to work at Walmart, we had one employee who got stabbed during an apprehension, and it looked bad. So when you get stabbed, or you have to go to if you have any sort of medical emergency at some of these companies, the first thing they do is they drug test you to make sure you weren't high on the job. Because if you're high on the job, well, you probably got hurt because you're intoxicated. This guy got fired because he had marijuana in his system. It's crazy. It's a job that has really low security, but it's one of those high risk, highly compliance-based work centers that it's super monitored, right? It's super monitored. Yeah, I got called racist. Yeah. Echoes, I was actually watching your Scott Schaefer stuff this morning, bro. You still keep making content. Don't stop making content. You know? Yeah, you're corporate guinea pig. These companies don't care about you, bro. They'll drop you, like I said, they'll drop you like a bad habit. As soon as you do something to make them look bad, you're done. You're done. No, it was not in the suburbs. If you know what Chula Vista, California is, and right by the Palomar trolley station, you know how crazy that area is. It's super ghetto, bro. But that's where I grew up. Tyra says, I understand where you're coming from, but try that shit at a mom and pop shop while you're going to get your ass tackled. Yeah, exactly, because mom and pop shops are a little different. They're not corporations, so they kind of go by their rules. So here's the thing about shoplifting. So me as the loss prevention person, I'm a citizen. I'm an employee, but I'm a citizen. And you can make citizens arrests. Anybody can make a citizen's arrest if you see a crime happening and refer to them or hand them off to law enforcement. Say, for example, I saw Jayhawk stealing at a Target. I could arrest him as a citizen because I saw him commit a crime and then refer him to law enforcement. Obviously, I have to go to court and testify, right? But these companies and corporations have certain rules. Like Target, for example. When I first got hired at Target, anybody back in the day, I think it's a little different these days. I think they're all hands off these days, so they can't even touch you. Well, by the book, right? You have to go to these class called NVI, which is called Nonviolent Intervention. And I've trained mixed martial arts pretty much my entire life, kickboxing, jiu-jitsu, whatever. These classes that they send you to, they teach you the most bogus fucking moves that don't work on anybody. They're like those fake self-defense classes that teach you these moves that supposedly if someone's harming you, you can use these techniques to get them off of you. It's not that. Like it's not practical at all. So you can't use NVI. You know, you can't use the approved moves they tell you to unless the person is completely compliant. But I wouldn't have to use these moves if the person is completely compliant. I've stopped many shoplifters where I went outside and said, hey, you know, Target security, I need you to come back inside the store to talk about the merchandise in your bag. And they just walk right back in with me. Fine. But you got those crackheads and those people out there who don't give a shit about who they want to get out of there and they're going to fight and run. And if you're using those approved moves by whatever company, they're not going to work. It's bogus. It's a waste of money. I don't even know why I taught that class. It's bogus. The best thing that works is bear hugging a motherfucker, taking his ass to the ground and throwing some handcuffs on him. That's the best way to get somebody back in that office. And that's the best way to learn because when you do stuff like that and you don't hurt the person, like I'm not out there trying to beat up people or bully people. We're out there trying to get our merchandise back so our bottom line is good for the company. It's about the greater good. When you do that, they tell their crackhead friends, okay, let's not go to that store because that guy is going to arrest you and he's not going to be shy about doing it. So it gets to everybody else and people leave your store alone. But if you go to a store and you walk out with a fucking cart of merchandise because you're a tweaker and you want to resell your shit and you don't want to work for anything, and you tell your friends, oh, they stopped me, but they didn't put their hands on me or nothing, their friends are going to go back. People are bold. They don't care. They don't care about it. They'll steal. They don't care. Right? It's crazy. Yeah, I figured that out, Rodney. I'm in the place on YouTube where channel isn't growing anymore, but you're right. Very few YouTubers have gone. Well, yeah, Echoes. The thing is, like, dude, it's a grind, bro. You could do it. I mean, I took a break off my reaction channel, but I've been posting. I posted yesterday a couple videos. Just keep doing it, man. Just keep doing it. Shut up, Jayhawk. Ryan says, are you trying? I'm just trying to get as much Bitcoin as I can get. As much as I can get at a discount. You say it's about the greater good, but you sure sound like you have a lot of fun messing people up. Well, I don't like it's not about beating people up. It's just you don't go out there and start kicking people's asses. No punches were ever thrown. No kicks were ever thrown. You know, I'm not choking anybody out. But it's about restraining them, getting them back in the store so you could prosecute them the proper way. You know, refer them to law enforcement. So they learn they can't come to the store and steal. And I was like the leader of my team. So I had 4 guys in uniform and I was in plain clothes. And I got to be fired up and get these people back in the store so my team is fired up and we could do that together. That's what it was about. Now, obviously, like I said, companies have taken a different direction because it's been forever since I've done that job. And companies are all about, oh, we don't want to hurt, we don't want to cause a scene or get sued or be labeled as racist. So we're gonna let people get away with fucking anything. And they make your job as an employee bad because they make it horrible. Because here's the thing: as loss prevention employees, you have quotas. You need to hit these quotas, and if you don't hit these quotas, you're not performing. And it's only a matter of time until your ass gets fired, or at least you're not going to get any promotions. So if you don't hit your quotas, well, then you're screwed. Well, if the only ways you can hit your quotas are to go out there and grab these people, well, then you're going to want to hit your quotas. You're pressured by the company to meet your quota. So it's like, look, if you're going to pressure your employees to meet their quota, and then you're going to knock them for going out there to try to do their job, you know what I mean? Well, then what kind of culture are you building here? You want people to let everyone get away with stealing, or do you want them to meet their quotas? So it's like, and the crazy thing is that these corporate people that have never done your fucking job, these leaders at these companies, they'll come in the store and say, oh, there's other ways to stop a shoplifter. Motherfucker, you haven't worked in a ghetto part of San Diego. You haven't worked where, hey, can you come back inside the store to talk about the merchandise? It doesn't work on a lot of people. They don't care. People don't care. People don't care about you asking them kindly to come in the store or using your verbal de-escalation tactics to charm them back in the store. Big time criminals don't care about that. Big time criminals don't give a shit about you. They're going to run. You're going to stop them or you're going to let them go so they can come do it again. Because what's crazier these days is we're seeing like flash mobs of people come in stores and steal high value merchandise. I worked at like Macy's for like 3 months when I was transitioning jobs. I just used them as a place to work to make some income. You would have like groups of 5 people come in and all steal like Louis Vuitton bags, you know, everything you can think of, whole rows of jeans, whole rows of Nike stuff, and they'll all run and get into a car and leave. If you at least stop one of those people and put him in jail or get him arrested, at least he can tell his buddies that, hey man, if you go in there, you could get caught. But if you don't stop anyone, you're just like, please stop stealing. Everybody stop stealing. Everybody stop. You know, use your verbal tactics. They're going to come back and hit you the next day. It happens every single time. But it's this weird, you know, divide between corporate and the regular worker. It's always been that in these corporations. You have the corporation that says, do these things, but then you have the workers that are saying that these things don't work, so we do these things. It's crazy. You know? Yeah, I'm not going to go beat up somebody, but You know, yeah, stop stealing. Yeah, hey, can you please return the stolen goods? No one cares. Echoes from Above says, I worked at a gas station in college and people stole all the time, and not once did I do anything except tell my manager or something. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, like, a lot of people see it as, why the fuck would I put my job on the line for a company that will dispose of me in a heartbeat? Because the truth is, like I said, these companies don't care about you. They won't give you a 2-week notice when they fire you. They'll just fire you. Trust me. As a ex-manager for loss prevention, so many employees get blindsided by, they come into work one day, they can't clock in, they get pulled into the manager's office and they're fired. But you have to give a 2-week notice before you leave so they can find somebody to replace you. It's crazy. Sometimes people getting fired is deserved, though. Obviously, some people getting fired, deserve that. But it's like, it's all fucked up, dude. In today's age, like, literally, it's so easy to steal. Because back in the day, like, you could do what you got. If you had a cool manager, you could do what you had to do to get the shoplifter back in the store. The only issue is, like, when shit hits the fan, and it eventually will, now your manager's in trouble. Like, I had one manager, for example, at Walmart, who would let us, like, hey, we were the best performing Walmart in the district, and that was why. We would get, like, over 100 apprehensions a month. That's 100 people arrested for shoplifting every single month. And it's always a game. You want to beat the other stores. You want to be the best ones. But if you have a manager that's like, oh, you can't do that, or you can't do, like, no one's going to stop anybody. But if you have a manager who's like, hey, man, if you got to chase that person up the street to get my shit back, do it. Just be careful. Right? One day you're going to get caught on camera, or you're going to go too far, and then the manager's going to get fired, and you're going to get fired, and whatever. It's crazy. I'm telling you. And every loss prevention person that's listening to me knows exactly what I'm talking about. I'm an OG of this space. If there's something I've done a lot, it was catch people steal. That's all I did for my entire career outside of, like, YouTube. That's it. I did other jobs. I tried to go to school to be a therapist. I didn't want to do that anymore. But that was my main source of life. I always did that job, and I was always good at it. And as time went on, like, what corporate started doing, because back in the day, corporate would only look at your videos if there was an incident. They wouldn't even bother looking at your shit if no one reported anything, whatever. But then they started to look at your videos to see if you were using all their approved methods and moves. And when you do that, it's like you're spying on the employee. So even though no one reported anything, even though no one got hurt, even though you got the merchandise back, you prosecuted the person, they're still looking at your videos, right? They're still looking at your videos, and they're saying, oh, well, you're going to get a counseling or a write-up for not using our approved methods, even though no one reported anything, which is bad. And no, my beard is not patchy. So, Jayhawk, you couldn't grow a beard if you tried, bro. Echo says, like, when the looting happened during George Floyd protests in Chicago, I remember the Latinos were standing by their stores with guns, and I don't blame them. The Latin Kings were holding it down too. Well, yeah, I mean, what can you do? It's like, oh, let them loot. Let them steal a bunch of stuff. Yeah, no way to protest your government by stealing, especially small business. I understand. I even gave my reasoning why you shouldn't steal from big businesses, but because, it does affect payroll. But a mom and pop shop, bro, looting a mom and pop shop is crazy to me. I never had a wallet chain with American Eagle shirt, but I did have skinny jeans for sure. Let me tell you something. There's only one person that ever got away from me in my whole loss prevention career. Only one person. It was so embarrassing. You guys want to hear the story? Only one time in my history of loss prevention has anyone ever got away from me. You guys want to hear the story? It's funny, bro. I know you ain't talking, bro. My beard's nice. It's so embarrassing too. It's actually pretty funny. It's embarrassing, but it's actually pretty funny. And I've caught hundreds of people, if not close to 1,000. What's up, Ray? How you doing? Okay. So this guy was coming in and he loaded up a backpack full of fragrances. That's a popular theft item. And in my old store, we had the fragrances next to the door, like cologne. So what they do is they go in, they load up a whole backpack full of a valuable item. They sell it to like a swap meet or something like that. Some of these people what they do is they steal from a big box retailer. They open up a little shop at a swap meet and they make profit, 100% profit. So this guy came in and loaded up a bunch of fragrances in a bag. It was a rainy day. and outside it was on some bricks. So we had 3 entrances, right? We had a mall entrance, we had like a entrance that went into the parking lot, and we had an entrance that went into the front of the store, right? And this was at the mall entrance. The fragrances are right by the door at the mall entrance, and so like we literally had to keep our eyes peeled the entire day. So this guy comes in, loads a backpack up. I already got the beat on him. I saw him walk in. I can tell. So I go wait outside the mall entrance door. Now the mall entrance has like brick. It's really slippery, and it's raining. So this guy comes out, and I grab the bag, and I slip, and like my other employee, my coworker, is like way behind. It's not his fault. Usually I grab him, and my coworker gets there. We put the cuffs on him, bring him back inside, whatever. I grab him. I slip. My face hits his stomach, almost his dick. My glasses fly off, and I just fall, and he runs away with all the shit. So I'm on the ground with my glasses off after getting crotch slammed by this guy, and he just runs. It's not even a big guy. I slipped. It was so embarrassing on video too. I was like, "Fuck!" That's the only guy to ever get away from me ever. If I'm outside, you're not getting away from me. You're not. Another funny story. There was one guy who came in and stole 2 pairs of shoes. And he was like obviously like a tweaker or whatever. Kind of a mid-sized white dude. Kind of beefy. It was near the end of the night. And if it's near the end of the night, like closing, like I don't want to refer anyone to law enforcement because the cops take forever to get there. So what I usually do is I say, hey, I stop him. I bring him back inside the store. I write him a little ticket. It's like a civil restitution, like a civil demand. It goes in his credit report if he doesn't pay it. It's like a collections for the incident. There's no law enforcement involved. And if you're like a tweaker, like who cares if you get like something on your record? Like no one cares. Like you're not going to pay it anyways, But I still get the points for stopping a shoplifter. So the guy comes out, right? And I just say, hey, before I could even finish target security, this guy tackles me to the ground. Before I could even say... I said, hey, target, so poop, security. So he already tackles me. And I'm like, okay, it's on. So I flip him over. Boom, I get on top of him. He's reaching towards like his crotch. I don't know what he has. And so I give him a nap. Little, go to sleep. Because he's fighting like crazy. And he's like, tweaker strength is a real thing. So he goes to sleep, whatever. I put handcuffs on him. This motherfucker has a whole can of bear mace in his crotch. Can you imagine getting sprayed with bear mace working on the job? That's a terrible night. But we got him. It was crazy. Edgar says, I did 6 years with them and was the #1 seller in Whole Foods, but at the end of it was the best for me because I moved on to better things. What do you mean, Edgar? Yeah, bro. No, it was mace. Yeah, he had bear mace. Yeah. I'm not a modern day hero. I'm just catching people shoplifting. It's a dirty job. It's a dirty job that no one wants to do. But the cool thing is that the store has your back because there's like hundreds of employees and they see you because the employees hate it too. Like the employees are working. They can't do anything. They're in their little red and khaki, putting fucking clothes away and putting stuff back on the shelves. And I see this asshole run out with a bunch of merchandise. So everyone cheers you on. Like everyone loves it. Pretty funny. It's a crazy job, man. But you can't like sometimes I'll go to some when I'm in San Diego, like some people are still doing that job. And I talk to them and I'm like, I chat with them a little bit and literally like, it's like they can't do their job anymore. Like the companies have changed their ways, but it's like, just get your paycheck, man. Secure the bag for your family. Do what the company tells you to. Union said crypto is pushing down. Get ready to buy the dip. Maybe. Yeah, it's dumping today. Let's see if Bitcoin's dumping some more. It was down 1% on the day. Yeah, it is dumping. It's down 2% on the day now. Oh, wow. Bitcoin is dumping. One X space with... Yeah, maybe we should have we should have X space. Maybe we should have a little X space. Jeez, my subscribers keep going up on my reaction channel. This is crazy. Love it. You guys want to hang out there? I'm down with that. Okay, how about we do one like in an hour or two? Jake's out and about. No, I'll show up. I'll make one about what's time? What's the time? Maybe we'll do 2 p.m. PST. How about that? We'll just hang out and chat for an hour. Why not? I know y'all like that anyways. But with that, guys, I'm going to get out of here for this morning. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me, sharing some LP stories. Crypto's boring right now, man. But hopefully I gave you some of the most current crypto news, which is all the current crypto news. So we'll have a Twitter live space at 2 p.m. EST for about an hour. So thanks a lot, guys. Boo this man before I leave. Guys, smash the like button on your way out. It's free to do. Subscribe to the channel. And Ray, thank you so much for becoming a part of my community. I appreciate you, Ray. Till next time, guys. Bye-bye. Bye-bye now.